If you're considering spending 200K on an MBA or a grad school program, you need to pause and listen to this. Hello everyone, my name is Melanie and welcome back to my channel. I bring raw and unfiltered career advice and experiences so you don't have to struggle. I've been exactly in your shoes. After 2 years of investment banking, I left in 2022 to apply to grad school. I got accepted to Bocconi, Brown, Yale, Cornell, and so on, but eventually chose a 2-year degree between HEC Paris and Yale. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made, both in terms of career growth and personal growth. This is the 2x2 matrix that I made in order to help me facilitate that decision, and I'm going to break it down for you. The way I think about career growth is a set of skills or opportunities that will open doors for you in a specific industry or a specific role. This includes job and visa opportunities, standard recruitment pipeline, a specific brand name that signals your competence and intelligence, a hard career pivot, and also at the same time, access to all of these networks that you couldn't have gone through before. These include alumni networks, networking events, specific programs or internships designed for your MBA or grad school. To me, all of these career things are very external, but what's more important for me are the internal aspects. So this include gaining more confidence, exploring new culture or new identity, having the opportunities to take a step back and really think about what you want to do, the opportunity to be exposed to all of these different industries and ambitious people, but also at the same time more personal, such as a new friend group or even dating. So let's talk about quadrant number one. This was exactly me, someone who needed both high career growth and change as well as personal change. Let me tell you about my story. Back in 2021, I graduated from my program early from my undergrad. And during that time, it was COVID, which I felt like robbed a lot of my campus experience. That plus graduating early and going straight to investment banking left me feeling hanging. After 2 years in investment banking, I knew that it wasn't the industry for me because I wasn't happy and I didn't feel like I was making an impact. So, from the career point of view, I was ready to make a pivot and explore what else is out there. From a personal point of view, because I missed out on all of these, I guess, fun experiences that you would have as a college senior, such as senior spring, graduation, etc., I felt like there was some unfinished business in terms of my campus experience. So I was very, very intentional about choosing a program that actually has campus experience, and I felt like it was something I needed to do in my early 20s. At the same time, because I was so fascinated by the European culture, I wanted to live in Paris. So the HEC Paris program really, really worked for me, while the Yale degree for the second year gave me an opportunity to come back to the US if I wanted to. So I could have leverage in terms of both career development, but also have some fun in Paris. Now let's talk about quadrant number two. You are someone who needs a career shift, the pivot, the resume, the change, but at the same time, you're very confident in who you are. You don't need that personal growth and let alone spending 200K for it. So let's talk about what MBA actually provides and what it doesn't. And at the same time, if you can do other things in order to grow that career path. So, if you want to pivot into the following careers, such as accounting, marketing, banking, consulting, private equity, etc., this is a good opportunity because grad school gives you a very structured recruitment timeline. And also, most likely than not, a lot of the alumni are in these industry and it's easy to network with them. What I felt that grad school fell a bit short was the actual knowledge. Because my undergrad is heavily influenced by business and entrepreneurship and also finance, I didn't feel like I was learning anything new. The typical accounting, finance, financial modeling, marketing, it all felt pretty repetitive. But if you know you want to join something a little bit more niche, such as the startup economy, AI, or creator economy, then people care more about your track record. This means what you've built, what you've grew, what you've scaled, more than a pretty title on your resume. So, if you're someone who's very clear on their career goals but don't want to spend 200K on an MBA, you might want to consider if there are shorter ways or faster ways, such as a 1 year degree or online courses or even credentials, or simply networking in order to get your way into the career that you want. So the third quadrant is what I call the trap quadrant. This is where you need high personal development, but low to medium on your career development. You might be going through things such as being stuck in a relationship, feeling like you're not seen or too small in your company, feeling like the city you're living in is not suited for you, or feeling like you've simply just outgrew your environment and also your friend group and you just wanted to meet new people. Before taking on that 200K commitment, I really want you to think about if it's worth it. Okay, last but not least, you should definitely not go to an MBA program or a grad school program if you're low on personal development, but also the need for career development is low. You might be thinking about it because all of your friends are going to grad school. You might get FOMO or feeling like you're behind. But if you don't really have a passion for it, why do it? Why follow what everyone else is doing? Go ahead and live your life. I mean, people usually do this because they feel like they're on autopilot and grad school is the normal next step for you. But if you're extremely happy in your personal life and content and satisfied in your career life, you don't always need to go through change in order to reinvent yourself. Okay, let me tell you what grad school did for me and why it was the best 2 years of my life. First of all, it was personal growth. Living in France literally opened my eyes to many other different interesting cultures and conversations. It not just talking about business, but also art, philosophy, and the way people think are extremely different. It gives me a brand new perspective on the type of person that I want to be and living with intention. Secondly, going to a master's degree program allowed me to do a startup with the safety net of knowing that if all things fail, I can still have my grad school program, and the amount of support it gave me was tremendous. It gave me a lot of courage and a lot of love from the friends and family that I have. And third, the type of friendships that I developed over my time at grad school is the best thing that has ever happened to me. The amount of love, but also at the same time, like genuine happy memories that I felt cannot be replaced by anything else. So, voila, this is how I decided on whether to go to grad school or not. Leave a comment down below on which quadrant you identify with and where you would want to go for grad school. I'm super curious. As always, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and like, and also share it with your friends who's going through the exact same period of deciding whether to go to MBA or not. See you in the next video. Ciao!